Keyz. First, I just want to say happy holidays to everyone. I hope you all guys are having a safe and wonderful holiday. And let's just jump straight into this. This is something I just wanted to talk about when it comes to, testing your products in the beginning phase of testing. And like during this past week, I've been doing a lot of consulting calls, and a lot of people have been, asking me questions about, their ads, how their ads is fixed up. I mean, I've mostly been getting in touch with a lot of newbies, and I did notice, a lot of mistakes when it comes to testing, their product. And sometimes they do get good results, and as in maybe the ad is getting a lot of engagement, but sometimes we don't know how to really read that information because we don't see any type of engagements going on in our actual store. Now, this is a topic that I spoke on before, and if you check out some of my videos. But like I said, I feel like I don't know if things is just not clear. I mean, I would just suggest, a couple of you guys. I mean, I'll suggest everyone, if you have any, curiosity, definitely check out some of my videos. I think I give some valuable information, and you might find something that could help you out, where you won't even need to spend that money for a consultation, But that's just me trying to help you out. I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, I noticed a lot of mistakes that a lot of people are doing, and I don't really want to call it a mistake, only because people are, sometimes we're watching so much videos on YouTube. We're watching so much other, Shopify gurus giving their suggestions and methods and strategies that works for them. And, it's funny how, which is not a bad thing. I'm not trying to scare anybody away. But one thing you need to realize, that everybody that you see on YouTube, or even on Facebook or wherever it is, everybody kind of have like their own strategy. It's either they got their strategy from somebody else, or maybe they end up building their own strategy. Now, where the conflict is a little bit is when you take somebody else's strategy, then you try to approach somebody else with that person's strategy, because in your mind you probably think that this is how everybody's doing it. But little do you know, everybody has a different way of testing products. Everybody has a different way of scaling a product. Everybody has a different way of setting up their ad manager of what data they're reading. Everybody's doing something different. So this is just I'm just gonna make this video really quick, and I also want to talk about something at the end of this. But basically, I'm gonna show you just a quick run through exactly how how I test my products. And actually, right now I'm currently using a new strategy. This I will be updating for the people who already have purchased my Facebook ads training course. By next week, you guys are going to see an update of videos of a new strategy that I'm using that is very, very effective. So you guys are definitely gonna get first dibs on seeing that. Not saying that, oh, if you don't have it, I mean, I will share some of the stuff that I will be showing on that on YouTube, but I mean, not as of right now, because like I said, we're still kind of in testing phase right now. I'm also helping some people with that too, with this new strategy that I'm using, which is powerful. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, let's just get straight into this. I'm gonna show you how my normal testing phase. How do I do it? So for example, I always do either engagement, PPE, or video view. I always encourage people, try to find a video so you could do your ads. If you can't, then it is what it is. You just go with the regular engagement, because at the end of the day, we want our ad to get engagement. We want it to get engagement because this is going to serve as a social proof in a way. So let's just jump in engagement. All right, let's jump up in here real quick. I always set it up saying PPE, and I'll put like, I'm targeting the US, and let's say if it's, being as example, but I will put the name of the product that I'm doing. All right, so over here on ad set name, I'll put the same thing. Like I said, I'll just put the name of, I'm doing a PPE, targeting the US, and I'm also, this is an example. Now with the new strategy that I'm currently, using, and that I'm seeing as very effective, I'm doing worldwide campaigns. I remember I used to have a few students that would approach me about the worldwide campaign. And this is the thing about me. Like, I would never, give you advice on something that I don't do. If I don't use it, then I'm not going to act like I know about it and say, yeah, this is how, you could definitely, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you, if I don't know much about it, then I'll let you know straight up that I don't know much about it. But what I would do, I would do my homework to try to figure out, like, okay, what is this about? And like I said, I've been testing some worldwide campaigns and using some strategies on how, I could make that effective, and I've been getting some crazy results. But let's jump up into this. So in this campaign, we're just gonna target the US, right? So now let's say, for example, if we was doing a kitchen item, the one item that I like to use as an example. Say, for example, was doing a kitchen item, we don't know exactly who wants to use this kitchen item. So it's okay for us to leave from a, age of 18 to 65. But sometimes you want to be realistic about what products you have up there too. Because remember, sometimes we could be testing a product where we know in our mind that somebody that's 65 plus, or maybe around like the 50s or even 40s, might not be interested. So don't try to like shoot your luck and try to, you're trying to push an ad of a, let's say you're trying to push an ad of a, some type of, how could I put this? Maybe you trying to push the ad of a, I don't know, but just be realistic, like, of like what audience you're really trying to target based on the product. So come over here, I will go for the US, or go for wherever you're more comfortable with. Go for the US. Remember, you could target Canada. There's other places you could target too. Just go based by where you at if you feel more comfortable with that. Or maybe you somebody who's overseas that want to target the US. Like I said, you want to go with that. You go by the gender. Who do you want to go for, as in like men or female? Or if you feel like it's both, then you just go with both. Now, one thing that I noticed, if you're doing a campaign for the US, there's no need to put in a language. You understand? Like, there's no need to put in, like, I'm looking for people that speaks English. There's no need for that. That's one thing that I was noticing, quite a few people was doing. I'm, like I said, I understand sometimes we take somebody else's strategy and we approach other people with it. But, I'm just showing you exactly how, I would set my stuff up. So I would just leave this part blank. Now, this is just, at least for the US. I don't know if you're trying to target somewhat else and you're looking for people who speaks English, then yeah, you could probably put in English. Like, say, for example, if you was targeting somewhere like France, but you only wanted to target people that's able to understand and read English, maybe you wouldn't want to put that. But hey, I'm just showing you how I do it. Now, detailed targeting. Now, this is exactly how I do it. I find a lot of people that would say, hey, how much interest words do I put in? Or do I do demographics? Do I do behavior? Okay, so let me just throw this out there. I do not do demographics. I do not do behavior. I only do interest. And remember, interest is going to be like the cheapest thing that Facebook is going to be giving you too. You're going to be paying a little bit extra for the demographics and behavior. So remember, we trying to really work smart with our money. And I'm telling you, interest, I made like a lot of money just using interest alone. So I would suggest just use interest. There's no need to do demographics, interests, and behaviors and all of these other stuff. Now, how much interests do you need? Honestly, I usually try to just have a large reach of audience. Like, say for example, if I have over 2 million, if I have over like 1 million or 2 million, reach, potential reach, like I said, my audience reach, if I feel like, I haven't, if it's not really budging, or if the word, if the audience is not really, getting bigger than what it is, then hey, it is what it is. Like, I usually go from broad, and after that, like my broad targeting, then I go into like more precise. So what do I mean like broad? Like, say for example, if I have like the same kitchen product, right? So I'll probably type in like Amazon, That's one thing that I would suggest people. Anytime you're doing your targeting, it never hurts to throw an Amazon in there too. I'll do something like Amazon. Then I'll put in like kitchen accessories, and then I start going down. Then what do I mean by more precise? Maybe it's something like say for example, if it's a sponge, and you probably see an interest that says I love sponges, or sponge are amazing, and the audience size is probably like 28,000 or 12,000 or in the 100,000s. That's where it gets a little bit more precise targeting, because you're targeting a small audience rather than million plus. So I usually go like that. Honestly, sometimes you could have like six interest words, and you could probably make millions off of just 6 interest words. It's just knowing what to do next. It's all about knowing what to do next when you start to get into the scaling phase. And that's a whole different, we'll be here for hours just talking about scaling. But like I said, I just want to focus on just this part. So after I put in my interests, when it comes to connection type, I don't do none of that. I don't touch nothing at all. Now, the only thing that I do touch is over here, edit placement. One thing that I really start doing a lot now, I only put it on feeds. I take off all of this. Don't get threatened by Facebook telling you, hey, if you don't add these places, then your your reach won't be too much. I'm telling you right now, your best traffic is coming from the feeds. You want people to see your feeds. Instagram, honestly, if you're trying to target Instagram too, I would suggest to make another ad just for Instagram only. Audience network, you're gonna get a whole bunch of crappy traffic. You don't even want to do it. But can you make money from it? Yeah, you can make money, but you're not gonna. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. So we're gonna scroll down. I always leave it on all mobile devices. I always leave it there. Now, depending on your budget, now you could go anywhere from $5 to $25. Me, like say for example, if I'm doing $25, I'm testing this product within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, if I don't get any sell, depending on what I'm doing, if I don't get any sell within 24 hours, I'm killing the ad and I'm moving on to the next product. Depending if you're really passionate about the product, maybe you want to change up the interest word. Maybe you want to find, like, is it the picture that's a problem or something? But it's all up to you. I usually tell my newbies, start off with $5, leave it running for about 3 to 5 days. So you can let Facebook be able to optimize so, they could find the right group of people that's going to interact with your ad. So, you'll know if your product is good or not. Now, say after 3 to 5 days that you don't get any sales, but your ad is getting a lot of engagements, then cut it off. Cut it off after the 5th days. And another thing is, if your cost per engagement is higher than 10% after the 3 to 5 days, if it's higher than 10 cents, then shut it down. That probably means the ad is not good itself, or even the product is just not that interesting to people. So if like I said, what about, I know there's some people that might say, what about if after 3 to 5 days is below 10 cents, but you still have no sell? Shut it down. Shut it down. Your main goal is to get it to make sales, and that's one thing that would give you the hint too. Like I said, if it's higher than 10 cents, shut it down. And if Sometimes I'm gonna let you know right now, even you could be on your second day, and your second day your ad is running, and the ad might be at 60 cents. That don't mean to shut it down. Let Facebook optimize. That's why I say 3 to 5 days. I would really stretch and say 5 days to shut it down. But, it all depends on, how you feel too. So over here, it says post engagement. I leave all of this. I do not touch any of this right here. Then from there, I will go on to the next part. Now, the next part, like I said, that's where you're going to make sure that your pixels is on. Make sure your pixels is on. Make sure that Facebook is tracking your pixels. Make sure Facebook is tracking your pixels, because you don't want, Facebook ads to be running and they don't have the information that's coming from your store too. So, if you want anything about that, I'm pretty sure you could find a video showing how to fix up your pixels. Just make sure it's a video that was made in 2017 and not 2015, because you're going to end up seeing some codes and stuff, and that's just the old way. But this is pretty easy to set up. And also remember, when you're testing a product too, it doesn't hurt to put in the shop now button. You could put in the shop now button, and so you could be able, sometimes people don't want to click on the link. Maybe they want to just click on the shop now button. That's something that they might feel more secure with. So this is how I do my testing phase. I mean, I hope it helped out. I know I didn't go too deep. I didn't want to go in too deep with this. Hopefully this helped out for you guys. Now, one thing that I want to mention, and this is not even about me. I want to forget about that. This is not even about me. I don't want everybody, anybody looking at this video and probably thinking, oh, Chris is just trying to, throw himself in there. But what I want to say is that, as a newbie, I understand that, sometimes it's tough, especially if you don't have, money to work with, and you don't want to invest in yourself, invest in your business too much because you don't know what you're doing, or you don't want to invest in somebody else so they can help you with your business. I'm telling you right now, one thing that I used to not take with too much importance until now is that the fact that, my mentor, I remember he used to tell me, like, the worstest thing you could ever do is trying to beat your mind up and beat yourself up trying to learn something by yourself, especially when it comes to business wise. If you can find a mentor, if you can find some training stuff that you can invest in to help you with your business, that's gonna be the best thing you could ever do. Because like something that could take you 3 weeks, it end up taking you like 3 years, because you're over there beating yourself trying to find information, or trying to find all of this stuff on your own when you have access to get to other people. I understand that everybody has the budget, but for example, I met there was a lady that commented on my YouTube, and the funny thing is I was speaking to her about a week ago, and I told her I was going to mention this too, but she commented on my YouTube about like 3 months ago, made a comment about how much I was charging for my Facebook ads training course, which is $197. Now, she made a comment on it and say, oh, this is too much money. Mind you, like, if anybody does their shopping around, they'll see that a lot of my prices is pretty cheap compared to a lot of people, a lot of the big gurus. But anyways, not saying I'm a big guru, by the way, but long story short, this lady, she didn't want to buy my course. And me, I'm not a person who forced that. And mind you, as I'm saying this, I'm not, hey, if you find somebody else that you can invest your money in, do that. This is not going like any subliminals for you to try to come to me. No, not at all. Trust me. Go, please go and find other people that you could feel comfortable with, people that you could trust to invest yourself in, because I'm telling you, that's going to help you. Because if you could find somebody that's already been through the struggle to help you out, trust me, it's something that could take you 3 days. It's not gonna take you 6 years anymore. You're gonna know what to do. The person's gonna guide you. Find somebody that could guide you. But anyway, so this lady complained about the price of my my course. Long story short, when I did the consulting call with her, she told me that she spent about $600 on ads and she didn't make any sales. Then I jumped into her ad account and we're looking at it and everything is all over the place. And next thing you know, I was like, man, so I started helping her out. And I gave her access to my training course too. And that's when she told me that, like, she regret that she didn't pay that money, because that would have probably saved her $600 that she threw down the drain, basically. You know, so that's just something that I just want to share with people, because I know there is, you know, I understand you do get into tough situations, but you don't want to end up throwing money out and instead of not knowing why your money is, you know, being spent a certain way, especially if you're throwing it on ads. You don't want to just do something, oh, you feel like you could do it yourself, and you're really just throwing your money out when you could have probably invested that $25 into something that could have probably helped you, you know. So I just want to throw that out there. Remember, guys, this is not towards me. You don't even need to touch my stuff if you don't want to. Just find somebody that you feel comfortable with and see if that person could guide you. That's my whole, you know, thing about that. So, guys, hope you like what you see. You know, if anything, please comment, like, share, like, subscribe, share, like, and all that good stuff. So if anything, guys, please get at me, and we'll get back at you guys later. Peace.
Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hate and say we changing, lose.